Hello Taurus, and welcome welcome to the Green Woman Tarot. This is your reading for the next 2 weeks, which is the 10th to the 24th of May 2021. And it's a general reading just to see what sort of energies are around you at this time, to see what's on the cards for you. But before we delve into the tarot reading, I need to consult the oracle, and this is the Pythia Botanica oracle that I'll be using today to draw a couple of cards from, just to start your reading off with. So let's see, what words of wisdom does the mysterious oracle have for Taurus for the 10th to the 24th of May 2021. What messages are here for Taurus for the next 2 weeks? What does Taurus need to know at this time? Right, so this deck doesn't fan nicely, so I'll just choose 2 cards like this. And let's see what you get. This is Mungo's tail, so he's sitting on the table. Invert fear with the blackthorn and disquiet the myth with the mandrake. So invert fear, it's about taking something you're uncomfortable about, something you may fear, and using that tension, channeling it into something positive, into action. So and it may well be about facing up to a fear and overcoming it that way, and inverting it through overcoming it. And disquiet the myth talks about a truth that needs to be revealed. This is the truth will out sort of card. So it's almost like, if you're afraid to speak up about something, if you're afraid to own a truth, you may need to face it and bring it out into the open, and thereby, dispel that fear and clear the situation up. So that's quite interesting cards you've got there. Invert fear and disquiet the myth. Let's see where the rest of the reading goes. So let's see what's on the cards for Taurus for the 10th to the 24th of May 2021. What messages are here for Taurus for the next 2 weeks? What does Taurus need to know at this time? So here we have the 5-cent tarot this week, and I'll be using it to put out an 8-card spread for you, with the first 2 cards depicting you, where you are now, your current situation. The second 2 cards highlighting the challenges that you face at this time, with the following 2 cards offering you some guidance from divine energies. And the final 2 cards may reveal your possible outcome to this period. So let's see what you get. You start with the 9 of Needles and the 10 of Cups. Now, the 9 of Needles really fits in with your invert fear. This is about worry, sleepless nights, stress, anxiety. So there's something on your mind, and perhaps you're going round and round and round, not really, so it's worrying without actually getting anywhere, just spiraling into more worry and anxiety. And it's linked with here the 10 of Cups, which is actually about, wanting to find harmony in a relationship, that happy ever after, that family bliss. So it's a fear, perhaps you have a fear of a good union dissipating or ending, or a worry about not being able to attain that. And your challenges is like the Queen of Cups. The challenges is you to actually get on top of your emotions, to find that centeredness, that balance on an emotional level, and to tap into your intuitiveness as well, in order to help you deal with those around you in a sympathetic, if not compassionate way. And sort of balance that with what you want, with getting what you want. And I get a sense here there's a fear of someone leaving, a fear of something or someone going off to pursue something else. So the Knight of Matches or sort of Wands is about sort of the energy there is very adventurous and charismatic and passionate, but it's a bit flighty. It's a bit self-centered. So there's a sort of a sense here with this worry and this fear that you may be losing someone or something as it moves on in a new direction that is, their goal, their desire. And so, the challenge is to be able to interact in a loving and empathetic way, but, being on top of your own emotions. You need to be on top of your own emotions and able to do that. You need to master your own emotions. And perhaps there may well be, as if we see later on in the spread as I put more cards out, it may be that, your challenge is actually to let them go. It may be that you need to let someone go. Let's see what else we have. Your guidance card is about finding balance, about give and take. It sort of asks you to question, where is there enough give and take in this Ten of Cups, in this blissful situation? Is the giving and taking equal? Is someone doing all the taking? Are you doing all the giving, or is it the other way around? And as you contemplate that, you may come to realize a truth. The Ace of Needles is about truth, integrity. It's a breakthrough, a moment of epiphany. Let's see where you're going to. The Hierophant and the Unknown. Fascinating there. And the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is about, nostalgia, innocent, looking back to a time where things were simpler, where things were more kinder, where the people involved were a lot kinder, and that the love was pure and sweet. So I do get a sense here there's a lot of this seems to be a lot about relationships today. So it may not resonate for everyone fully, but just take what does, because what I'm seeing, the story I'm seeing is someone who's really worried, who's stressful. There's clues they're picking up, but they don't want to acknowledge them. They don't want to voice them. They don't want to admit them. And the fear is of being someone being unfaithful to them, but they don't know they sort of tell themselves that they're imagining it, and then they start thinking of what they've seen, what they've heard, all the clues. Are they real? And they sort of yearning for that time when things were happy, when things were harmonious, when the give and take was even. But the guidance here is, how even was it? Who was doing all the giving? Who was who was it equal, the give and take? Were you overly generous in this? Did you give too much into this? And in that questioning, you come to a moment of epiphany, a realization, and the truth comes out. And that leads you to seeking guidance, to seeking wisdom or words, wise words from someone who can mentor you, who can guide you through this. one of the keywords for the Hierophant here is morality, and you know that sort of is right in line with this naughty Knight of Matches. So this is just the story I get from it today. So you know, it brings you towards seeking some guidance, someone mentoring you, someone who can support you in this, and it leads on to the unknown. You know, sort of being prepared then with this guidance, with this support that you receive, to branch off or to leave out, to face something unknown, to invert that fear, to find the courage to move in a different direction, and to go forth, perhaps, you know, leaving behind this nostalgia, this happiness, because you've questioned it, and the truth is perhaps it wasn't as balanced as you believed it was. It jars against your integrity, and it leads you to moving beyond, to putting your attention, your focus in something actually more spiritual. These two cards together are quite, you know, one of this one's keywords is divine faith. So, you know, you put your faith into your focus into perhaps something more spiritual, something more soulful. And I get a sense, you know, of that you once again return to that person you once were. You're able to recapture it, but it sort of suggests to me a difficulty in a relationship, and it may mean moving away from a situation that is imbalanced. So it's not a negative movement, like, you know, I mean, the negativity is where you begin, and you sort of evolve away from that through reflection and through acknowledging the truth, through finding the truth, and inverting this fear, you know, sort of finding the courage to move on yourself instead of being the one who's left behind. So there you have it, Taurus. It's sort of an interesting story for you this week, and I hope you enjoyed your reading and that it resonates with you. And if so, please remember to hit the like, share and subscribe buttons, and then have a good productive 2 weeks, and God bless you till we meet again.